Hey guys, it's Archibald Chesterfield III. It's the Pontiff, the Governor's Governor. And today, fuckers, I want to talk about what are you going to do if a zombie apocalypse occurred. Okay, total write-off. And you got the zombie apocalypse. What would you do? Hey, Mr. Zombie Fucker, have I got a protect for you? That's right. So, fuckers, the first thing I would be doing, let me tell you what I would do is you got to decide 2-point strategy. Okay, 2-point strategy. Is it survival, like preppers? Is there a chance we could survive? Or is it all over Red Rover? Is it all over Red Rover? So it depends. So if, for example, these alien fuckers, the zombie apocalypse happened and we had a chance of survival, I would be looking for a steel stunner or a two-tone steel stunner sports watch. So I would really be pushing for multi-functions. If it's survival mode, we want something that gives us, you know, more than just the time. We could have a, like, for example, a great thing to have would be I reckon a great thing to own, fuckers, would be a chronograph. You could time how long does it take a zombie, an apocalypse zombie, a zombie to eat the head of one of your YouTube competitors. That's right, you could time it. So a chronograph would be handy. You could also have a submariner, you know, the dive watch with the timer, like how long can you hold your breath underwater before passing out and vomiting. The other thing that would be useful would be a Batman, you know, the GMT, whether it's an Explorer 2 or a GMT. You could, if you had to live in a cave, I think the fixed bezel on the Explorer 2 would be the ideal thing. That way you know if it's night and day and if it's safe to come out, because it could be these zombies only work at night time. Like, these zombies only out in the day. Nighttime they're all rejuvenating, reinvigorating. So depends on the type of zombie killers we've got out there. And I gotta tell you, the other thing that would be very, very useful, any sort of diver would be great because it's a waterproof watch, so naturally that's going to be very, very useful. Chronograph, we've got to be careful with the chronograph because it's not waterproof, but it gives us a great timer. How long does it take the apocalypse zombies to chew the head off one of your YouTube competitors? The other thing is too, so this is where steel stunners, steel sports watches would be ideal. And obviously, you know, I'm a huge, in my own case, I would be wearing my Explorer 2 Polar. That would be if I was living in a cave. I would, if I had to be water sports, you know, like, what's that, Mad Max, you know, not Mad Max, you know, where we're on the end of the world, whatever the fucking name of this movie is, you know, where the whole planet is covered in water. You would have to have a diver. In my case, either the Tudor Heritage or the Breitling Super Ocean. I think the Super Ocean would be better because it would give me the date and it would also give me the timer, and I like the shark mesh in case there were vicious, nasty sharks with laser pointers on their snouts. So there's quite a number of interesting propositions there. The zombie killers. If the zombie killers were out, what would you choose? The other thing which I think would be important is if it was absolutely Armageddon, it was absolutely fucked us. Say, for example, those nasty Russians let off an atomic bomb, which Then we had an atomic dust cloud and the whole planet was going to die of radiation. Well, that's a different story. That's an apocalypse. So you had limited time left. Well, fuckers. It's time to take all those sealed protects, all those wrappers. Take the wrappers off. It's now or never to enjoy the things you've got hoarded away. Take them out of the bank safe. That's right, fuckers. If there's been a nuclear disaster, Armageddon, the world, we're all going to die from nuclear poisoning. It's time to take your top end stuff out and just use it. That's right, fuckers. It's now time to use the good china, the Royal Albert, the Royal Dalton, the Wedgwood. You got to start using the good cutlery. It's also time to start drinking all that wine, you know, the Grange, Hermitage, all the beautiful wines you've got. The scotches, you know, all those wonderful scotches, Blue Label, Johnny Walker, all the rare and expensive scotches. And it's time to take the wrappers off all your sealed, unworn wristwatches and start wearing them, because we're going to die from nuclear poisoning anyhow. So you may as well die with a fucking Patek on your wrist if it's all over Red Rover. So that's what I'd be doing. It's all these wrapped pieces. How many? All of a sudden, could you imagine this? Daytonas are no longer scarce. If every bastard got their Daytona out of the safe, out of the packaging, the Daytona, you'd find it's not so rare at all. Wah, 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 wah. And I think you would find that, you know, anti-radiation sickness treatment, you could swap that for a perpetual calendar Patek. You know, it'd become new currency. And I got to tell you, if it was a nuclear explosion, say a nuclear explosion had happened, well, but fuckers, you know, all the quartz crystals would have popped. So none of the quartz pieces would be working. It'd only be the manual wind and the automatic. That's right, because the quartz crystal would pop in a nuclear explosion. Also, if you're, I suppose you could always use your quartz watch as a safety sign to know if it hasn't popped, you've got you're fairly safe from the radiation fallout. Unless you had clouds, the nuclear dust clouds, then you're kind of fucked anyhow. But fuckers, what do you reckon? What would you start if the world, they announced it? The big sirens would be going off. Attention. You have 48 hours of life left. Nuclear explosion has occurred. Take care. Could you imagine? It'd be a hedonistic orgy. You would, hedonistic orgy. Everyone would be a free-for-all. You would, I think you'd have to wear the watches. Wear the watches. Put the wristwatches on. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be wearing the wristwatches. I wouldn't be putting them in wrappers when people start dying of nuclear poisoning. I think it would re-change everyone. You could put on a Patek fuckers, a Patek Philippe, and a Grand Classique. So what would you do? Well, I'd sit there, I'd put my best wristwatch on, I'd put on my Patek Philippe 5110 World Time, and on the other wrist, I would wear my Breguet chronograph, the Breguet Type 20 chronograph, and I could time how long the zombie apocalypse monsters took to eat my YouTube competitors' heads. That's right, that's what I'd be doing. So that's what I'd do if it was Armageddon. End of the world, fuckers. End of the fucking world. It's all over, Red Rover, fuckers. It's all over. What would you do? What would you do? I tell you what, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos anymore. It's kind of fucked us. Maybe I could do a live show with Clivey, but there could still be some super chats to be had. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you fuckers would do in a zombie apocalypse, fuckers. ArchieLuxury, the Pontiff's Pontiff. See you later, fuckers. Oi, oi, governor, fuckers. Hi guys. A fan of mine has been inspired to start a wristwatch series of his own. Bitter Poet Madman. That's the name of his channel. And the show is called It's Complicated. That's right, It's Complicated. It looks like he has some nice examples. I saw he has a Rolex. He recently just got an Omega. He talks watch accessories, does reviews, unboxings, and talks about new and pre-owned wristwatches. Again, the channel name is Bitter Poet Madman. Bitter Poet Madman. So why don't you fuckers let that fucker know what you think of that. Bitter Poet Madman channel. To me on Patreon, that allows you to send a small monthly amount to me every month. It can be $1, it can be $100, whatever you can afford. The next way you can help me is, well guys, I really need some money to keep things going. Paid reviews. On the Paul Pluta channel, I run paid reviews. For as little as $20 US, I'll give you an opinion of your collection, of what you're looking at. I'll try and answer. There's heaps of other ways you can help me. I do telephone consultancy. For $50 US, I will talk to you on Skype or WhatsApp and answer your horological or personal problems. Any questions, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Now guys, please help us out. Look down below, and if you could help us out, I will stay here and make videos full time on YouTube.